My name is Foreigners. I am 18 years old. Please listen to my story completely. This story is not just a story. It is my life. It is my tears, my hope, my pain, and my dream. If you listen to my full story, it will touch your heart. It will give you strength. It will teach you how to speak English in a job interview. It will show you how a poor boy became rich, not just in money, but also in love, courage, and dreams. Please stay with me until the end. When I was a little boy, I lived under a small bridge in a big city. My clothes were dirty. My feet were always cold. I had no home. I had no food. Every morning I opened my eyes and looked up at the sky. I said, God, I am hungry. God, please help me. I did not go to school. I did not know how to read. I did not know how to write. I did not even know how to say my name in English. People passed by me. They looked at me like I was not real, like I was air. Some gave me a coin, some looked away, some said, "Go work, don't beg, I was just a boy." My parents died in a road accident when I was 5. I had no one. I slept on the floor. I ate old food from the trash. But still, I smiled sometimes. I believed. I had hope in my small heart. One cold evening, I sat near a tea shop. I was shivering. My hands were blue. A kind man came to me. He was old. His name was Mr. Amar. He wore a white shirt and had a soft smile. He said, "What is your name, son?" I said, "For foreigners." He said, "Are you hungry?" I nodded. He bought me tea and bread. I cried. No one ever did that for me before. He asked, "Where are your parents?" I said, "They are in heaven." He looked at me. His eyes were full of water. He said, "You are brave. You are a soldier. You are a diamond. Come to my small school. I will teach you English. I will teach you to live." I followed him. That day changed my life. His school was under a tree. There were no walls, just some stones to sit. But there was love. There was hope. There was learning. He gave me a book. It had small words in English. He said, "Say this. My name is Foreigners." I said slowly, "My name is Foreigners." He clapped. "Very good. You can speak English." I smiled. That was my first English sentence. It was my first step. Days passed. I learned to say, "I am a boy. I want to learn. I will work hard." I loved those words. They were small, but they were big for me. They gave me power. Amar taught me more. He said, "If you learn English, the world will open for you. You will not beg. You will speak. You will shine." I listened. I practiced every day. I spoke to trees. I spoke to birds. I spoke to the wind. I said English words again and again. One day, he gave me a small mirror. He said, "Practice interview." I said, "What is interview?" He said, "A job interview is when someone asks you questions. You answer in English. If you do well, they give you a job." He gave me some questions. "Tell me about yourself." I said, "My name is Foreigners. I am a student. I love to learn. I am hardworking." "Why should we hire you?" "I will do my best. I learn fast. I will respect rules." "What is your weakness?" "My weakness is I feel shy. but I try to speak more. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself in a big company. I speak good English. I help others. He said, "Very good. You are ready." I was scared, but I believed. 1. Day, he gave me a clean shirt, a small tie, a pair of black shoes. He said, "Go for interview. Today is your day." I said, "What if I fail?" He said, "You will not fail because you try, and trying is success." I went to a hotel. They needed a cleaner. I waited in line. My heart was beating fast. A man called me. He said, "Come in." I sat down. I looked in his eyes. I smiled. He said, "Tell me about yourself." I remembered the mirror. I remembered Mr. Amar. I said, "My name is Foreigners. I am 18 years old. I live in this city. I love to learn. I speak simple English. I want to work in your hotel." He smiled. "Why should we hire you?" "I will come every day. I will work hard. I will listen. I will not be late." He asked more questions. I answered all. He said, "You are not perfect, but you have heart. You are honest. You are hired." Tears came to my eyes. I ran to Mr. Amar. I said, "I got the job." He hugged me. He said, "You did it. You did it." That day, I cleaned floors. I washed dishes, but I felt rich. I had a name. I had a job. I had respect. I saved money. Every day I learned more English. I read books. I watched English videos. I spoke with customers. Some laughed at my small words. Some helped me. I never stopped. After 1 year, I became the front desk boy. I said, "Hello, welcome to our hotel." I wore a coat. I smiled with pride. After 2 years, I went for another interview, a big company. I said, "My name is Foreigners. I started with nothing, but I never gave up. I want to grow. I want to give back." They said, "You are strong. You are hired as an assistant manager." I cried again, but this time I cried with joy. My life changed. But I did not forget the bridge. I did not forget Mr. Amar. I opened a school under a tree. I called it Hope. English school. Every Sunday I teach poor kids. I say, "Repeat after me. I can speak English. I can get a job. I can change my life." I buy them books. I buy them food. I tell them, never give up. English is not just a language, it is a door. Today I have a small house. I have clean clothes. I have a computer. I write my story. I tell the world I was a beggar, but now I speak. I dream. I help. This is my journey from begging to riches. Not just money, but riches of hope, heart, and voice. If you are listening to me now, remember this. You can speak English. Start small. Say your name. Say your dream. Practice every day. Look in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Go for interviews. Don't be afraid. Be proud of your story. Thank you for listening to my story. If it touched your heart, please like and subscribe. It too helps me. It gives me strength to share more stories like this. I worked hard to bring you this, and I promise more amazing, emotional, and powerful stories are coming. After I started teaching the children under the tree, something beautiful happened. One little boy, his name was Rinku, came to me one day. He had no shoes, His shirt had holes. His face was full of dirt, but his eyes were full of light. He said, "Sir, I want to be like you." I smiled. I said, "You can be better than me." He asked, "Can I speak English like you?" I said, "Yes. Say this. My name is Rinku." He said slowly, "My name is Rinku." I clapped. I gave him a high five. He laughed. That moment was small, but for me, it was the most beautiful moment because I saw myself in him. I saw the old me, the scared boy under the bridge. But now, I was the teacher. I was the light for others. Rinku came every Sunday. He learned words. He learned to say, "I am brave. I can learn. I am smart." Every time he said a new sentence, his smile became bigger. One day he said, "Sir, I want to work in a hotel." I said, "Then let us practice a job interview." He sat straight. He looked serious. I asked, "What is your name?" He said proudly, "My name is Rinku." "Why do you want this job?" "I want to help my mother. I want to be strong. I want to learn." "Do you speak English?" "I speak simple English, but I learn more every day." I smiled. I was so proud of him. After 1 month, I took him to the same hotel where I first got my job. I spoke to the manager. I said, "Please talk to him. Just give him a chance." The manager said, "Okay, let us see." Rinku stood in front of the manager. His hands were shaking, but his voice was clear. He said, "Good morning, sir. My name is Rinku. I want to work here. I will come every day. I will work hard." The manager looked at me. He said, "You taught him well." I said, "No, sir. He taught himself with courage." Rinku got the job. He came running to me. He hugged me tightly. He said, "Sir, I did it. I did it." I had tears again. I said, "I told you, you are better than me." From that day, more kids came. More dreams were born. I told each one, "Say your name, say your dream, say your hope." I made small cards for them. The cards had English words. "Hello. Thank you. I am happy. I want to learn. Can I help you?" These small words changed their lives. One girl, her name was Sita. She was 14 years old. She had never spoken in English before. She said, "Sir, I cannot." My voice shakes. I said, "Look in the mirror. Say, I can." She looked. She cried a little. Then she said softly, "I can." She practiced every day. After 2 months, she gave a small speech in front of all the children. She said, "Hello, my name is Sita. I was afraid, but now I am brave. I speak English. Thank you." All the children clapped. I felt proud like a father. I realized something. That day, speaking English is not just about language. It is about confidence. It is about believing in yourself. Many rich people speak English, but many poor people can learn it too. It is not about money. It is about heart. When I go to companies, now I help them understand this. I say, don't choose only people who speak fast English. Choose people who have fire, who try, who learn, who grow. Some companies listen, some laugh. But I keep going because I know. I was that boy, that small boy with nothing. And now I teach. I lead. I dream. One day, a big TV channel came to my school. They said, "We want to tell your story." I said, It is not my story. It is their story, the story of the kids. They filmed the class. They showed the world how a small school under a tree was changing lives. People from around the country sent books, clothes, shoes, money, but most of all, they sent love. I used the money to build a small room with a roof. Now the children have shade when it rains, but we still sit on the ground because we remember where we came from. One reporter asked me, "What is your dream now?" I said, "To make 1,000 kids speak English with courage, to make them believe that they can sit in any interview and speak, not just with words, but with heart." The reporter said, "What advice do you give to poor children?" I said, 3 things. 1, speak your name every day. 2, say 1 English sentence every day. 3, never say, "I can't." Say, "I will try." That is how my journey goes on, from one boy under a bridge to one boy at a desk, from one sentence to one future, from begging to riches, not riches of gold, but riches of voice, of dreams, of hope. If you are reading this now, I want to talk to you. Yes, you. Maybe you are scared. Maybe your English is small. Maybe you think, "I can't." But I tell you, you can. Stand in front of a mirror. Say, "My name is your name. I can speak. I will learn. I will get a job. I will change my life." Say it again. Say it every day when you go for an interview. Do not be afraid. The person in front of you is also human. Speak from your heart. If you don't know big words, use small ones. But speak. Smile. Be honest. Be you. The world needs people like you. People who fight. People who rise. This is not just my story. This can be your story too. From begging to riches is not about money. It is about learning to stand tall, to speak clearly, and to help others rise. Thank you for reading this far. Please like and subscribe. Your support gives me energy. It tells me that my hard work means something. And I promise I will write more stories that touch your heart, help your English, and lift your spirit.